Hey G45ers, welcome to another edition of G45 Live. Today in this video, we've got all sorts of fun stuff in store for you. I'm Shari Filamahala, and this is my sister,
Amy Filamahala. And today we are going to be doing a Simply G45 home decor project featuring this cute little wooden crate that we got from our local craft store. And we're just going to show you how to easily cover that for a nice holiday centerpiece for the upcoming Thanksgiving festivities.
Yeah, I love that idea. So while you're joining us, be sure to share your comments and thoughts with us, and you'll be entered to win a fabulous prize. Today we're giving out these gorgeous goodies.
Ooh, let's see what the prize is.
It's going to be a $75 prize value, which is awesome. Right. We've got some of our signature washi tape.
Nice.
It's part of our staples collection.
Goes with everything.
It does, and who doesn't love washi tape? We also have some of our metal clock keys. In here, these are our key. You're gonna get 6 different pieces, and these are fun to use on your home decor projects as well as your scrapbooks.
Those are great because they have the gears and everything, the clock heads too, very cool.
Yeah, very steampunk, which is fun.
Definitely.
We also have an 8x8 of seasons, which is the collection Amy's gonna be using today. And there's a lot of good imagery in there for all 4 seasons. We're gonna be focusing on autumn, but there's some good stuff in here that you can use year round. And we also have one of these 12x12 patterns and solids that goes along with seasons as well. Some really great core colors in there and patterns. And
this collection's super versatile, so you can use it for like any season, like Shari was saying. So it's perfect if you want to whip up a card for somebody, their birthday's this month, or if someone in the spring, you can do that too. So it's really versatile for all of the projects year round.
Trying to get it to here, but it's
scissors here.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Finally, we got it. Throw that away. You can see, I mean, just the colors in here are so bright, they just pop off the page.
And it's nice because a lot of the seasons you can use mix and match. So the green is obviously super versatile for all the seasons. This is kind of like a burnt orangey red that's really pretty and versatile too.
Yeah, some gorgeous imagery with the flowers and birds. And then of course the big prize here is our Times Nouveau Deluxe Collector's Edition. And I don't know if you know about our Deluxe Collector's Editions, but there's a lot of goodies wrapped up into this package. You're gonna get 24 double-sided sheets, and there's 12 different patterns and papers that are gorgeous, full of different imageries. You also get a 12x12 sticker sheet and one of these gorgeous chipboard sets.
So it's the full Monty. I don't know. It's the whole thing, the whole collection. And this is a great collection too that you could utilize with this kind of project with the crate, because there's some fun like cherries and fruit kind of thing, so really lend itself to that fruit stand kind of feel, which I think would be perfect for the crate.
Yep, so we're gonna go ahead and dive into the tutorial, but first we want you to know how you can be entered to win the $75 prize package. So Amy, what do they need to do to win?
So what you need to do to win one of the 2 prize packages is, if you're watching live here today, please leave comments, ask questions, just be a participant in the live video, and we will pick a lucky winner that we'll announce at the end of the video. And then for the second winner, for those of you who can't watch live, if you watch it by this weekend and by Sunday at midnight Pacific time, we're on the West Coast, just enter a comment and say hello, and then we will pick a lucky winner on Monday morning.
We will, and announce it on in the description of this video, and we'll also contact you via private message too, to let you know that you're the big winner.
Yeah. So let's dive in to our autumn crate.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So Jeff is behind the camera.
Hello, everyone.
Everybody say hi to Jeff and thank him for manning the camera today. He's gonna bring us in a little bit closer.
Oh, that's really bright.
All right, and we, so if you have questions, Megan is also behind on her computer watching, and so she is gonna be trying to actively answer those questions as they come along. And so if you can see in the crate, what we've done, I've kind of already started covering the outside to kind of get it started. And we're using a new camera, and so it looks like it's super bright. We do have really big windows in here, which, so I'm trying to, if maybe Jeff can hold the crate so you can see, not get the glare.
I just adjusted it, so it's catching up. So we've got people joining us from all over. Hi, Laurel's joining us, and Mega's joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. Be sure to let us know where you're joining us from to be entered to win that awesome prize.
All right, so just to get started here on the crate project. So I'm just gonna show you the base crate. This is a little bit bigger version of what we are gonna be finishing covering today. So our local craft store is Craft Warehouse, who does carry a lot of G45. And so I bought these at Craft Warehouse. But any of your local craft stores, you can get something similar to this. And so this is just an example of what it looks like bare.
You can also take this idea and use it with some household items too that you have left over. If you just have some wooden crates or baskets that have some good flat surfaces, you can just upcycle what you already have too.
So to get started, what I've done is we're using our seasons paper. And as you can see, we're using the autumn. So I'm gonna skip in here in the pad to autumn, past all of these other beautiful seasons, which would make beautiful crates as well.
Ooh, I love the idea of a summer crate.
Yeah, that would
some fruit in there.
That's a great idea for a fruit basket on your table. So I've used both of the autumn papers, and so as you can see, I've used the back here of the autumn paper, the B side, which has these beautiful pumpkins and birds and sunflowers. So I've taken those papers out. And then for the inside, I'm actually going to be using the B side of this cut apart page. So you can see that those nice, smaller, kind of monochromatic brown, like brown kind of color.
Yeah, I love the size variety too. So you have a little something smaller for the inside.
Exactly.
Also in this paper pad, you're gonna get 3 of each sheet, which is really great for these larger home decor projects as well. So you have a lot to work with.
So as you can see, I have already gone and I have covered around the outside, the exterior of the crate with that nice floral page with the pumpkins and the birds and everything. And so how I did that is super easy, is I've just gone in and with my ruler, I've taken measurements where, as you can see with this one, and obviously your crate or whatever you're covering is gonna be a little bit different, so these sizes aren't gonna be really super relevant. So I'm not gonna really dive into that. But just to kind of show you what you do is you go in and you're gonna measure each slat. So this one here is 1 2/3 by 11. And so with my paper trimmer, I went in and I cut those down to those pieces and then just measured it. And then with some adhesive, glued those down.
What kind of adhesive did you use to get that on those slats so it stays there?
So we typically use score tape. That's kind of our go-to. It's super effective in like really gluing those down. It's not very forgiving, so just make sure when you do glue it down that you have it in the right place.
Yeah, but it does stay down forever, which is a really great thing, especially with these home decor projects that you're gonna wanna pull out every year.
And as you can see, what I'm gonna show you for the inside, because we're gonna cover the inside, is there's certain areas right here, as you can see these are like notched, that how you can go about doing that. So to get started, we'll dig into the inside.
That was the fun part.
So I've pre-cut a lot of these pieces here. And
Amy's also pre-inked this. She's done a lot of the prep work for you already. And you used this Decades, our Graphic 45 Decades ink. Is this the you use the antique moss.
I did use the antique moss. I thought that was nice to kind of edge those edges with that nice green.
We do have 9 different colors of the Decades inks, so a little something for whatever project you're working on.
Trying to get that in focus. Oops, excuse me.
And so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take this piece. It's actually, right, okay. Kind of hard to get this in the camera. I'm gonna take this piece and with some washi tape, I'm just gonna tape that down so I can trace on the other side where that piece is notched.
I love all the different uses of washi tape we come up with here in the office.
Washi tape is really great because it can hold that piece in where it needs to be. And I don't know if I'm in the right view of the camera, but Jeff can help.
Looks like you're pretty good. We're using a new phone for today's video, and it doesn't seem to be showing me any of the questions coming up. So if you are asking questions, I know Megan's over there on the computer. She'll do her best to try and get those answered. Maybe if she sees a couple of questions that Amy or Shari would be better off taking, we'll get a chance to answer some of those here in a little bit, but I apologize for that at the moment.
Now this is the same washi tape that's a part of our prize package right now. So if you're just joining us now, we've got 2 awesome $75 prize packages on the line, and all you have to do to enter to win those is leave us some comments. So if you have any questions, or if you want to just let us know where you're joining us from, just let us know and you'll be entered to win. We'll be giving out one of those $75 prizes at the end of this video today, and the second prize we'll be giving out, we'll announce that winner on Monday, and the deadline to win that is Sunday, November 12th at 11:59 or midnight Portland Standard Time. I always say that. Pacific Standard Time.
And I've marked those on that side, and now I'm gonna do the other side while we're at it. So I'm just taking my washi tape to hold that piece of paper down so I can trace that and cut those little notches out. And I think this just gives it a nice finish kind of look. So once we get this covered on the inside, we'll have this nice kind of autumn table kind of piece, table decoration. I know with Thanksgiving coming up, it will be nice to have something like this to add the festiveness to the house.
Yeah, this will be a great centerpiece to your Thanksgiving table, but also look great on a buffet.
I have our dad is coming to town this weekend, and so it'll be nice to have a little home decoration in the house, don't you think?
Yeah, that's gonna be super cute. We also have a bigger version of this crate, which Amy showed us earlier. We were gonna cover when we have a little more time. We're gonna do that one with the seasons, the winter papers, so it'll be a little more Christmas feeling, and we're gonna put in some ornaments, which will be a really fun addition to our holiday decor as well.
And so I'm gonna take each piece off one at a time, and then I'm gonna cut out where I've traced, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start putting those on. So I have the right one for each paper, and I gotta.
Always double and triple check when you're using graphic 45 papers to make sure that you're getting everything directionally facing the proper way that you want it to go. I know that even when I make a point to point the papers in the proper direction, I always seem to get one in the improper direction. So it's always helpful to make sure that you got those going in the right way.
That is a great tip.
All right, and I have I've put some score tape on these so they're ready to go to speed up the process. And so as far as holiday home decor projects, who out there has something that they're working on for their own home or for gifts, share with us what things you are doing to make your home come to life with paper crafting.
Yeah, we want to know what's on your craft table.
And so now that we have cut those edges, you know, I do not like the white edge to show. So I'm using that Decades ink that Shari was referencing. So I'll take that, just ink up those cut edges so it has that nice finished look. And this honestly is such a quick project that this would be great for a gift too. If you do like neighborhood Christmas gifts or anything like that, I think that could be super cute to do Christmas crates, and you could put little treats or something in them.
That's a great idea. You know, a lot of times those cutie oranges come in their own little crates that you could, you know, add some G45 papers to those and then put a bow on it, and there's your present for your neighbors.
That is such a great idea.
You know, yesterday we took a poll on Instagram asking you if you upcycle or not, and we got in I think it was around like 150 answers or so, maybe more than that at this point. And most of you do upcycle, which we love to hear. It's always fun to breathe some new life into some old services you just have laying around your house.
All right, so I got those on the one side, and you know, when you are going to put those on, sometimes you have to go in and make little slight adjustments with your scissors, and just cut off a little tiny extra 1/8 or so, or 1/16 of an inch sliver of paper so it can fit in there just perfectly.
Amy's using our favorite fine tip scissors. These are Cutter Bees. They're great for fussy cutting and just for getting in those little details like Amy was talking about. But I love how this is coming together.
And it's just those little details, and you know, we're gonna be putting an assortment of pumpkins and gourds in here, so it's gonna look super festive. Ink those edges.
Stacy says that a Christmas crate with a poinsettia plant inside of it would be a nice touch.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, great idea, Stacy. Thanks for sharing.
I mean, and with these crates, I mean, I think these were both on sale at Craft Warehouse. This smaller one was $6, and then the bigger one was $8. So pretty inexpensive for your base. And then between the papers, I think we're using about 5 total papers. And so it's a pretty easy project to put together.
Sandra says she really loves the ink pads and is wondering where would be a great place to look for those.
I know scrapbook.com is a great place to get those. I'm not sure if they brought in our new pastel pads yet, but they do have, I know, the 6 that have been around for a few years.
Hey Megan, who is that company that you usually refer people to for the ink pads?
And ClearSnap is
is a company, but I think Photobella is it that? Yeah, Photobella carries everything too.
They're a great online retailer of ours. They carry all of our collections as well.
And so I had these longer strips pre-cut as well, so I'm just now adhering those.
That's another beauty of the score tape, is that you can put on your adhesive in advance, and then when you go to put things down, you can just pull that right off. It's also fun. I always like moving things around and kind of adjusting to see just how I want things placed when I'm, you know, creating a card or a layout or mini album. So it's a nice thing to have for that purpose too.
We've got people joining us from all over now. We've got Eleanor out of Oklahoma City. And Feline is joining us just down I-84 in Pendleton, Oregon.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, everyone.
And this is another one of my wide strips that goes on the inside here. And I know that this view of the camera is kind of limited when we're doing stuff like this, so I apologize, and I'll try and expedite the process here.
Well, what I can see is looking great, so I'll just let you know that.
Yeah, it's nice to have, I think, the inner covered too, so.
That gives it a nice polished look.
Sometimes.
You know, Graphic 45 is about to celebrate our 10th birthday. And, you know, when we launched as a company, we always sought out to be a unique paper crafting company. And one of our favorite things that we've always done as Graphic 45 is like to cover home decor surfaces. So it's been a big thing of ours from the beginning. Some of the surfaces that we love covering are birdhouses and clocks. It really adds a nice polished look that brings it all together at home.
Yeah, that was always something that was different about us, where people were a little bit confused at first because we were not just doing the scrapbooking.
And I think that the Seasons line lends itself well to that approach. That way you can really change it up as the seasons move along. Go ahead and get a better view of what Amy is doing here inside the crate. You can see those notches that she so meticulously cut out.
Doesn't that look beautiful?
And that was just an easy technique with using some washi tape to hold the paper in place so you can trace it.
So, and then here are the sunflowers and pumpkins. And, you know, like I was saying earlier, to make sure that you get those directional papers going in the right direction, because nobody wants upside down pumpkins.
I mean, come on, we deserve more than upside down pumpkins, right?
You look at, when you see our papers with the words and the different images, some of them don't seem like they're directional, but oftentimes once you get it into here, you realize that your pumpkins are upside down.
All right.
Looking good. So how are we going to bring this on home?
So I think what we just need to do is one more little touch on the inside, is I do want to cover that base of our crate. And so, as you can see, it's a little bit, there's these posts that go down, and so they make it a little bit hard to actually figure out how do we get that in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our crate over, and then we're gonna measure the inside of this crate. So we have, let's see, about 6 inches, 6 and an eighth to about 10 and a half. So then I have already pre-cut my paper down for the inside of that, right? So then, as you can see, then we have these notches here. And so those stick out about 3/4 of an inch and a half an inch. And so I have pre-made a little pattern where I've gone in and I have created, so it looks like so.
A little template.
A little template. And so this is just done with some nice printer paper, scratch paper, whatever. So once you kind of create a template that works, and you can adjust it however you need to, and it still looks like I need to adjust it a little bit on these sides.
While you're making those adjustments, we've got people. Tracy's joining us from Cincinnati. And we've got
Tracy.
Nora joining us from Limerick, Ireland.
Hello from
Kim
Ireland.
is joining us all the way down from New Zealand. And then the opposite side of the globe, we've got Nina joining us from Norway. So
Welcome from all over the world. We're so pleased to have you with us.
All right, we're getting close. And it looks like I need to do one more cut on this side.
Yeah, this scratch paper tip is one of our favorite things to do on our home decor projects, is just creating your pattern with the paper so you don't have to waste any of this gorgeous design papers, the Graphic 45 papers. You don't want to mess up on those, so it's always nice.
So now that I have my template just right, what I'm gonna do is take that, and then I'm gonna bring my little pencil over here, And I'm gonna actually do it on the reverse side. So if I leave any pencil marks or anything, not that you can't erase those, but just
Pro tip.
I'm gonna just kind of roughly mark.
Ooh.
So what are you creating for your Thanksgiving table? Do you do handmade projects?
I know that I saw someone had mentioned that you can get those cheaper, just basic wood picture frames from your local scrapbook stores, and you can cover them in a similar fashion, and that way you can take, you know, just a few dollar picture frame and spruce it up.
That's a great idea.
It'll kind of match the season, so you can put a seasonal photo in there and toss it up on the mantle.
That's a great idea, adding to like whatever other decorations you have for that specific holiday.
Yeah, place cards would also be fun out of this paper for your table, your holiday parties. Some handmade thank you gifts.
It looks like I need to cut a little bit.
Looking good. So if you're just joining us now, we are creating a gorgeous centerpiece for autumn. This is with our seasons paper, and it would be great with any of the seasons. You could do something for, we had a great suggestion doing it in the winter paper and putting in a poinsettia.
And then there we have it. So with that lovely template, that made having that piece in there much easier. And so I'm gonna add some adhesive to the bottom of that and get that put
Now that
down.
we've got the yellow from those sunflowers and the green petals, it really creates a lot of depth with the chocolate brown kind of pattern paper that she put on those side slats. So
I think that just kind of pulls it all together, don't you think?
I think so. And I'll add adhesive to the bottom of this if you want to start decorating, just giving it a final touch.
All right, so some of the final touches that we're gonna make is we are gonna add a couple keys from our key set. And so I'm gonna get those tied up to some of this green. Actually, I'm gonna hold off on the keys because we're gonna first add some of this beautiful May Arts double-sided reversible ribbon that has these beautiful autumn colors that I think match the crepe perfectly. So that is going to be added, as well as some of this green ribbon with our keys. And so I'm going to just wait for Shari to get that base glued down there so I can start maneuvering with some of this ribbon.
Okay, I'm just adding my last bits of adhesive there.
we're getting some more people joining us. Megan from Mississippi and Karen from Nevada.
Welcome, welcome, ladies. We've got two $75 prize packages on the line, so just leave your comments, questions, and you'll be entered to win. Alrighty, I think we are ready to roll with this piece.
All right, thank you. It's always nice when we get to do these videos together because it's a lot easier and a lot quicker to do this as a team.
I know that one thing that comes to mind for me,
Actually.
the slats on this crate remind me of those old kind of rail sleds that you used to pull behind during the wintertime. I know that at the local crafting store you can find miniature versions, kind of model versions of those old sleds. You could kind of decorate up with our winter, the winter papers from the Seasons collection would be nice.
That'd be super cute.
All
One
right.
of the smaller ones you could put on your door. I love this ribbon.
And so I'm gonna just keep the ribbon attached to the spool for right now until I figure out exactly how much I need. And I'm just gonna wrap that around the bottom of the crate here. I am gonna use a little bit of adhesive once I figure out if I have enough. so I can keep it in place here around the front and on the sides.
That's a smart idea.
What color is that ribbon? Do we know if it's got a number on there? That
This is the May Arts ribbon. The number is RP36. It's a gorgeous, like burnt orange, terracotta orange, and then it has a gorgeous gold on the reverse
kind of
side.
like a apricot gold on the back.
May Arts has a lot of different ribbons that go perfectly with our collections.
They all seem to have kind of that vintagey tone. And since, if you know, Graphic 45 colors are very unique, and so sometimes it can make it challenging to match. And so I'm going to add a little adhesive around the back side to hold that down on the back as well. I don't think that you need to add it all the way around, but I do think in a couple different spots helps just keep that secure and looking finished and polished like we are going for here. And that score tape just works perfectly with helping do that.
You know, one question we always get on social media is where can you find Graphic 45? So Jeff, why don't you let them know?
Well, if you're fortunate enough to have a local scrapbook store, we always encourage that you get out and you support your local scrapbook stores and let them know if they've got Graphic 45 products that you are grateful that they do. If not, then let them know that you would love, you know, for them to bring some in. But not everyone these days is fortunate enough to have a local scrapbook store, and so there are a number of different online outlets that you can find Graphic 45 products, such as scrapbook.com, Blue Moon Scrapbooking, as well as our own website on g45papers.com. You can find direct-to-consumer shopping cart there now.
Yeah, we've got our full catalog up on our website. We also offer free shipping to the contiguous United States on orders over $50.
Yeah, and so with our full catalog, like Shari was saying, we have over 400 active products. And so a lot of stores don't actually, if they do carry Graphic 45, they don't actually have all of the products. So if you're looking for something, Graphic 45, we do have a lot of availabilities. Also, Megan here in the office is really helpful if you're looking for something that's potentially older, and she can help maybe track that down if it's still available. She definitely has some tricks up her sleeve as far as being able to find old stuff, don't you think?
Yeah, so if you want anybody in the office's help, you can always email us at info@g45papers.com, and we are always there to help you with whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for project sheets, we have a bunch on our website under the inspiration tab, but we can also help you look for inspiration if you're ever looking for something.
You know, I think I am gonna tie these keys around here. So I'm just gonna cut off about 8 to 16 inches or so of this green.
It's another gorgeous ribbon.
Another pretty May Arts ribbon, and then I'm gonna thread that through the clock keys here.
You know, these clock keys are great for these larger home decor projects. They're great for mini albums and things like that. But we also do have some smaller keys that are good for your card making and mini albums, your smaller projects.
And we do offer them in 2 different finishes. The ones that Amy's using here are the classic Graphic 45 antique brass, which work extremely well with fall and autumn color palettes. And then in addition to the antique brass, we also offer these here, which are the shabby chic, which are kind of like a silver kind of aged nickel, and those go extremely well with winter projects, holiday projects, Christmas, and so you can see here before the antique brass and the shabby chic options with those clock keys.
And those antique brass ones are a part of the prize package. So if you want to win those, let us know.
All right, so my bow here is coming together nicely.
Yeah, this is looking gorgeous.
tweak that a little bit. All right.
Perfect.
All right, so now I'm gonna take the ends and just cut those. Ugh, that is not happening. Need some different scissors.
That's the sound of a nice ribbon scissor.
All right.
Looking good.
Cut these ends as well.
Beautiful.
All right, so our little finishing touch there. Now, of course, what we're gonna do is add the final touch.
You loving this project?
Nice and simple. Now just for the finishing touches.
Get Jeff to pull out the camera a little bit here.
Yeah, these are great.
Bear
I
with
know.
me here.
I've got a bunch of little pumpkins left over from my Halloween decor that will be fun to add into a wooden crate for the Thanksgiving centerpiece.
Love it.
Oh, you could, that's just gorgeous.
That's a great dad joke.
And I got this little spray also from Craft Warehouse, which I'm sure you can get at most of your local scrapbook stores or craft stores as well.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Get that in there. And then
Voila.
there we have it.
All right.
Jeff gets-
So what do you think? Do you love it? Are you gonna try this as well? All right, I don't know.
I can't see any of the questions on the phone. So.
All right, yeah, so this is our just a G45 simple crate project. This is something that was super easy to create and is perfect for your Thanksgiving holiday decor.
It is great for that. You can use it for all seasons, so just let your imagination go wild. We love to do Simply G45 projects here. We've got a bunch of videos up on Facebook if you're looking for more simple projects. We also have a whole board on Pinterest with tutorials and other things all labeled Simply G45. So if you're looking for more inspiration, be sure to check those options out for you. But I believe Megan just came over and has delivered one of the winners of these awesome $75 prize packages. I'll just move this gorgeous piece out of the way so you can see what you're gonna win. So Amy, what are they gonna win?
So the lucky winner is going to win a 12x12 patterns and solids of Seasons, as well as the 8x8 decorative papers from Seasons. Also, the Times Nouveau Deluxe Collector's Edition, the metal keys, and the washi tape. So
many goodies, so much awesome stuff. So Jeff, who is our first winner?
So the grand winner from the live streaming videos comment section is Carrie Zimmerman out of Las Vegas. Congratulations, Carrie Zimmerman.
all right, congratulations, Carrie Zimmerman, and we will be messaging you with information.
We will. Just send us an email at info@g45papers.com to claim your prize, but I'll also send you over a message letting you know. And then we have one more of these prize packages, an identical prize package that we're going to be giving out and announcing that winner on Monday, November 13th. And you have until November 12th at 11:59 p.m. PST to enter to win. So be sure to leave your comments all weekend long. Let us know what you're creating, and you could be the winner.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, and we will be back next weekend. Not next weekend, next Friday. So
We will. So we look forward to seeing you then.
all right. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Happy paper crafting.